Hi everyone, welcome to the live training session. In this session, we will discuss about creating dashboards with AI and some new features. Let's wait for a few seconds before everyone else is joined. So then uh, we'll continue with this. Yeah, please use chat. Meanwhile, you have access to chat to ask your questions. To just let us know where are you joining from, stuff like that. So, and we will be starting pretty soon. I see people joining, so interesting. Hey, Nathan.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, going good, man. We are going to start pretty soon. Awesome. So, okay, let me start. I'm about myself. I'm Manpreet. I'm product and engineering lead here at Bricks, and I'm joined here today with my colleague Nathan, who is lead engineer at Bricks. Yeah, we will be doing this live training session for you guys, and we hope that it would be helpful. What are we going to cover today? So we'll go deep dive into how to use Bricks to create dashboard and reports from your spreadsheet data with AI, because that's what we do. We create dashboards and reports. And we will have like a tutorial which will go through where we'll use a real data set and we'll try to create a real dashboard live in front of you so that we could show you like what's the process looks like. Is there like any they might Nathan might show you like few of the advanced things over there, but yeah, this would be interesting. And then talking about advanced things, we have few product features we have like which you have access to now. So we'll give you a quick run on like how you could utilize or use those features. And then we will talk about our product roadmap, what next for you guys. So stay tuned till the end for that. And again, if you have any question, feel free to drop into the Zoom chat. Both me and Nathan would try to keep an eye on the chat, and we will keep take your questions as we go into the webinar. So let's start with the basic introduction about Bix, what it is. So if you don't know, it is the best AI data analyst around out there. It helps you create dashboard and reports from your data in seconds with AI. If you need a beautiful visuals like nothing out there, if you need a powerful data support for unstructured data that you have, or any structured data is great, means anyone could do that, but we could do unstructured as well. And if you want something which is pretty easy to do, means you don't need a course to learn Bricks. That's what we'll show you today. So if you have these requirements, you are at the right place and you should be using Bricks. Let me go through the process. I promise you that you don't need a course, and you would see in these 3 or 4 steps that I'll show you how to do create a dashboard and report in Bricks. You just need to click on this button which says dashboard and report. And then the second step is about uploading your data. So you could upload CSV file, XLX file, even PDF if you have lying around. And I know what many people do is like they take the screenshot of this of what they're seeing in the screen, and they just put into into Bricks to create beautiful dashboard and reports out of that. So that's if you that's what suits you, you could do that as well. One of the things which we highlighted here, because we know we have a lot of people talking about it and we take it very seriously, is the data privacy and security. So your data is fully encrypted, private and secure with Bricks. Uh, and means one of the things that I wanted to mention here is like we have one of the client which is actually a credit union, and we were surprised. It's like, okay, like this credit union is so old, it's not like dealing with really new technologies, but they wanted to use Bricks because of the ease and use. And that's where it was very clear to us that we need to focus a lot on data privacy and security, and we did that. So we make sure that your data is securely stored and encrypted using industry leading data protection measures, and we make sure that your data is never used for AI training. How it works. Yeah, means I told you the first step is clicking on dashboard and report. Second step is uploading the data, and I was telling you about the data security there. And now, once you have done that, this was it. You now would get a beautiful interactive dashboard for you from Bricks. It would have charts, KPIs, insights, and data tables. All the things that you would expect in a report or dashboard to have, it would give it to you, and it would give those things. But also one more thing, just one more thing, which is super exciting for all the people out there, is the editing and customization functionality that we give. You might be able to use few of the other softwares to get some charts which wouldn't be great looking for sure from AI, but you wouldn't have the, like, first thing is we make sure as I told you initially, we make sure that all the charts and tables and all the dashboard should look beautiful. But then the other thing is, if it doesn't look as you want, you have the possibility to edit and customize the things as you want. You could edit manually. You could ask AI to do stuff for you. We have both the possibilities. And then means once dashboard is already created in like what I have discussed in those few steps, now you have the possibility to share this dashboard to the people that care about that data set. You could, I know many people just create a public link and copy that public link and share it with other people. So it's just make a live document which could be used by other people, or you could export a PDF and PPTX things, or as I'm doing currently, you could present directly in Bricks as well. So this is in Bricks, inside Bricks itself. So yeah, this was the introduction. Now I would hand it over to Nathan to go through a dashboard tutorial where we'll talk about uh, creating a dashboard again. So let me just stop sharing. Give me a minute, Nathan. And yeah, where is the button to stop share?
Yeah, Zoom is tricky sometimes. If it hides the button on you,
Yeah,
as soon as you
and
start sharing, the UI just like goes away where you thought it would be.
oh wow. And you know what? I couldn't even find it. Yeah, it was super tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, over to you, Nathan.
All right, no worries. Yeah, so while I'm sharing my screen, to answer Krish's question, yes, you guys can put your questions in the chat. We will answer them when we've got a little bit of downtime in the webinar. All right, let me share my screen. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys what it's actually going to look like when you go through the steps that Manpreet just showed us for creating a dashboard. So one way you could do it is by clicking this dashboard and report button here to create a dashboard. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some extra things that you can do. So I'm just going to start with a blank file myself. So how we can do this is you click the import button over here, and you probably want to import it to the current file so it doesn't create a new file. So I'm just going to click this little checkbox here and then click this big button to select my data. I'm going to pick a CSV that I've already got ready. So this is well, what we call a unicorns data, where this is like all the like unicorn companies that have like really high valuations. So we've got the company, like their valuation here, how long they've been around, what country, city, industry they are, and which investors they have. So, for an example of something like you might want to do before you actually start creating a dashboard is you might need to make some adjustments to your data here. So, for example, I know the valuation here is in USD, but let's say I'm not in the US and I need it to be in my own country's currency. So, for example, if someone was in Europe, I might say, uh, please change the valuation column to be in euros using the uh, exchange rate, which I just looked up before this to make sure I had the right exchange rate. So we're gonna let the AI do this for us, so we don't need to manually change these values here. And there we go. It has used this exchange rate that we told it, and it has changed even the currency symbol to show us that it is now in euros and all the numbers changed. So this should be good. And now that we made the adjustments that we need, we are ready to create our dashboard. So to do that, you could ask it to create a dashboard in here, which I'll show you later. But the easiest way is just to click on this generate button over here and then select dashboard and report. So now it's going to go through the whole process of analyzing your data and deciding which like blocks your is best represent your data. So we've got like the first step where we've got the analysis step. So we've got separate agents for each of the steps that it goes through in the dashboard creation process. First one analyzes your data, decides which like blocks are going to be here, which charts, tables, insights, everything that you need. Second step is we've got the next agents for specifically creating each block that you're going to see here. We've got separate agents for charts, tables, and then like the values that are going to show up. Once this is done, we're going to have the insights agent run, which will look at the like charts, tables, all the data that was created, and actually analyze that to pick out specific insights that are going to be important for describing the details of your data, just so that we can like write it in language that's easier to understand rather than you just having to look at the charts and figure it out for yourself. That will create a summary that'll show up here and it'll finish off the dashboard and it'll be ready to go. So we've already got a lot of the blocks already showing up, 92%. It's just finishing up one last one probably. Ah, there it is. That's the one that's taking a little bit longer. Let's be able to
Yeah,
process.
this one is
So
actually just one thing. I always like when I look at these agents, I feel like, oh, I have five people in the team, and I have means these five people are working for me to create this beautiful dashboard and reports. And these are not like interns; these are people who has a lot of experience and they know their stuff. So this is super exciting that we are showing what you're showing, Nathan.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just quickly try to answer a question while we're waiting for it to finish. Michael asked if I can invite someone from their team. If you can, yes. I'm not exactly sure how to invite someone after the webinar has already started, but if you can figure out a way to do that, go ahead. All right, cool. So it is complete. So now we've got our dashboard all created here. Oh, I guess you could just share the Zoom link. Perfect. Thank you
Yeah.
for adding that in there. All right, so now that your dashboard is here, you can make some changes to it to customize it how you want. Over on the left here, you'll see that you've got a few theme options you can select from. There's also a little show more button here that you can click to show the rest of the themes that are available. So you can just select whatever you want and the theme automatically updates. Let's show what some of the charts look like when you change it. So this is professional mode, it's a pretty popular one. There's dark mode, if you prefer that. Like a businessy one, corporate, which is even darker, and a nice light creative one. Yeah. So you can select those there right after dashboard creation, but once this goes away later on, well, when you come back to your dashboard later, you can always find the themes over on this little button over here to bring them back and change your theme anytime you want. All right, so after the dashboard is created, what you can do is you can share and export your dashboard. So I would go to the share button here if I wanted to share. You can share internally by specifically typing in the name of someone who works at your company or their email address. You can also copy a link to share it with someone that you know. Or I'll get to publish in a second. You can create a public link to share your dashboard on the internet. So you can select specifically which parts of this entire file you want to share. I'm specifically in like the dashboard part here. So this is the only thing I really want to share. So I would select dashboard and then press create. and that has created my public link here. So I can just copy that and then send that to someone, post it somewhere so that anyone on the internet can come see my dashboard. If you no
Oh,
longer want your dashboard to be publicly viewable, you can click back again on this green one and press unpublish all so that unpublishes it. So now it is no longer available on the internet.
okay.
To export, you can click one of these two buttons. You can export to PDF for like just general viewing, or you can export to PPTX for the PowerPoint slides format. And you can use those downloaded however you would like.
This is super interesting, Nathan. So basically, what you did was you took a data, did some manipulation on the data, and clicked on the create dashboard button, and it gave this beautiful dashboard, and you selected some themes. Means this was super easy. Now I want to add few more charts which agent has missed. How could I do that?
Yeah, good point. So if you're looking through and you're seeing these charts and you're like, these charts are good, but I think I want another one, something else. What you can do is you could manually press this plus button here and then add a chart this way by clicking chart and then selecting your data and then manually making the chart. Or I'm just going to remove that. I can ask the AI to create a new chart for me. So it might be a little bit easier. So I'm going to ask it, please create a new line chart that focuses on company valuation. So what it's
Yep.
going to do now is it's going to look back at your data and figure out, okay, what's like a good line chart that I need? Because I asked specifically for a line chart. So that is what I should get out. So right now it's just like looking at the data, seeing, okay, how am I going to make this line chart to like be something reasonably useful for the user? So it's taking a little second while it does that. Let me just check some of the questions in chat. Oh yeah, so question from Arvind a little bit earlier was, is there any specific format to upload? Had some trouble like changing things, how to fix the issues. So, Arvind, for you specifically, though those kinds of issues are like very specific to certain use cases, like it really depends on what the structure of your data is. Like I can't really give you a general, this is how to do it. For you, I might ask you to like contact our support, which I will be showing you how to do later on in the webinar. So that's going to be my suggestion for you. All right, so our chart has been created. So we've got a nice company valuation over time, which is what I asked for. I wanted a line chart that could focus on company valuation. And like here we have it. Over time,
Awesome.
we see the changes in the total company valuation, which is perfect.
Yeah. This is super nice. So basically, one of the other thing which I promised in the introduction is like you could edit everything on the board manually, and now you have created a one more chart and you have a whole board. So do you want to show like how could I do the editings that I was saying about talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to make some edits, so let's say you want, maybe you've changed your mind. You want this chart to be a little different. So you can do is you can go into the edit button there and you can make some changes if you would like. So maybe I don't want a plain line chart. Maybe I want a stacked area line chart. So we've got the area under here colored. So I think that looks a little bit better. Makes the chart like have a bit more stature there. And maybe let's say I don't want it to be purple anymore. I can click on this button here to change the color of my chart. So let's go for this color, let's say. So I like that color a bit better. So there's a lot of changes that you can make to customize what your chart looks like. So I will save that, and now my chart looks how I want it.
Awesome.
All right.
How about like this chart is at the end of you made it look good, but I want it at the top of the board. So how could I do that?
All right, that's a very good question. So let's say you want to move it. I can just hover over there and click and drag, and then I will scroll up. And to me, this is a very important chart, so I'm going to put it right at the top here and just drop it right over there. So you can do that for any of these blocks here. You can just pick them up, move them around, and drop them wherever you want to make your dashboard like fully customized in the way that you prefer.
Yeah, this is interesting. One of the things which, when I'm looking at company valuation over time, I think most interesting data is maybe after 2011. 2007 is nothing. So maybe can we filter out 2007 and just see up values above 2011 and 2011, Nathan?
Yeah, sure, you can do that. All right, so we can go back to edit and wait, somewhere in here. Wait, do we have filtering?
It's in the table down there. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, down here. There
yeah,
it is.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so we've got our year column here. So we've got the drop down that gives you the option for filtering here. So if we only want everything after 2011, I can just uncheck
Yeah.
the ones before 2011 and press apply. And
Awesome.
there, now the one that I unchecked is gone.
Yeah. So now I am feeling good because there are less inconsistent values in there. So great. So now, like you made this all the charts and everything, and now I want to, let's say, present to the external teams, and I want our logo to stay somewhere, and I want our branding, colors, and stuff. How could I do that, Nathan?
Yeah, so you're not just stuck with what you got when the AI creates the dashboard. You can make a whole lot of changes for customization for branding. So let's say I want our company logo here. I resize this so I can make some room for a logo. I'll plus plus to create a new block. And for our logo, we want an image, of course. So I'll click the image button and then upload. And then I will select our company image, and there we go. We've got our Bricks logo in here now. So that is how to customize and add your personal company
Yeah.
logo. You can also edit like colors of things to get your company colors in there. So I'll click the three dots drop down here, press board style, and then there's a color option here. So you can change the color of the entire board. Let's go with this color, for example. Oh, I want it a little bit lighter. Yeah, that's a little bit closer to our colors, complements them a bit. So yeah, you can do that there. You can do similar stuff here if I want to change that to something like this. Doesn't look very
Yeah.
good, but I'm not a designer. I'm an engineer. So
Yeah, I get it. So no,
well,
this all make it look great. Means let's say it's great. So let's say someone made it look as they want, and now means this is the whole dashboard that they made. First, let's talk about the means I was saying in the start that we have few things which are new, like dashboard refresh and filters. Let's talk about dashboard refresh first. So now we have this dashboard and we have some live data getting changed. How would this dashboard react to that, Nathan?
yeah, so this is one of the super new features that we just implemented. So we're really excited to show this stuff to you now. So let's take a look at this chart and like see what it looks like because it is going to change. So I'm going to go back to the unicorn data and let's say, just to make it easier, I'm going to sort these. Yeah. So we got 2023 up here. Let's just like make it super clear. So right now, 2023 is down at 41.28 in valuation. So if I want to make a change to that, I can go here and be like, okay, this is now
Mm,
100.86.
it should be named Bricks, right? The company should be.
Oh yeah, it really should be.
Yeah.
And I go back and it'll take a second to update. There we go. So now it's a 41. it's at 141.
Mhm.
So
Awesome.
the changes that you make to your data over here, they will be automatically updated in your charts over here. So any chart, it's not just this one, it's literally all of them that like happen to use that particular column, they're getting updated over here. So let's go back. I'm just going to press undo to manually change that. Now,
Yeah.
um, to like show other uh, some other automatic updating things, I'm going to create a new uh, table and dashboard just to show you like some other ways that you can automatically have your data update. So I'm going to start a blank file and have a different set of data that will make it easier to show you how to update things. So let me just get that uploaded. And I'm going to start a new dashboard, and we're going to take a second to answer some questions now while that gets ready.
Yeah, so I could go through the questions while you could answer that, Nathan. So basically, we have questions. What are the connectors in the product pipeline? I'll take that. I means we will take that later on. So I'll leave that for now. So we have a product roadmap we'll show later. Okay, then what kind of formula we can have, like KPI calculation, Nathan, to you?
What kind of formula? Like, if you're the question is about like Excel style formulas that you would put into the spreadsheet part, like we support like almost all of the same formulas that Microsoft Excel does.
Mhm.
If you're talking about
I
like,
think there is one more line to that, which basically require aggregation first and division to calculate across hierarchy. This is the second line which was sent in the another message. I could take that up. Actually, basically, what this guy is talking about, it's basically you could just tell LLM and it would handle it well. So under the hood, we'll make sure that we use right formulas or right Python code whatsoever or JavaScript code, and your requirement would be fulfilled. So this is a new world. This is 2025. You don't need not to care about the formula. You only need to care about the requirement, and you could put that requirement in a plain text, and we would handle that. Is that the right thing to say, Nathan?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Once this is done, like I think I can possibly show what like that looks like in practice. So like if you need to like do some complex things like that, like you can ask the AI, and what it does is I'm gonna go actually show you over this dashboard data tab over here. And like it will do like those data aggregations and manipulations and create some intermediate tables like this. So it's not just working with your initial data, it's going to manipulate that and create like new tables that it will later use to create the charts and data that you see over here. So like there's a lot more that goes into it behind the scenes that will actually like do what you need it to do.
Yep. So you made this dashboard to show us few things, new things. Let's go head over to that.
Yeah, okay. So now I've got this new dashboard. It is for my sales data, and this sales data has January to March in it. But let's say that I've got like some new data that has come in, and I've got my April data. So in the dashboard, I'm like, okay, well, I've already got January to March, but I need April to like be a part of this dashboard now because it's a new month. So to be able to like add in uh your new data, you would go over here to the grid and you can click actions. And I want to add my April data to this table. So we go actions, click add to table, and then select the new data that has come in. I'm going to select my April CSV, and it is already added it. So now we see like the April data over here. So this is the previous data up to March, and then this data was added to the table for April. And then if I go back to my dashboard, now I can see, for example, in this line chart, it starts at January and it goes all the way till April, whereas before it would have only gone to March. So you can just keep doing this. You can keep going and pressing like add to keep adding more and more data, and it'll automatically be updated here in the
Yeah.
dashboard.
This is super awesome. So basically, what you are telling me is like I could create dashboard once, and I could keep reusing the dashboard. What if I just want to use a new data overall and it's a new dashboard, Nathan? How would I do that?
Yeah, so to do that, there are a few things you can do. So just to start, because I've got a few things to show, what I'm going to do is one thing I can do. So this was number two that I was working in. I'm going to start by creating a duplicate, and I'm going to call this one um, my dashboard template.
Mhm.
So from here, just so I can change the other one later and like leave this one untouched, I can go in here and I can start with my dashboard. It's all it's all exactly the same. I just copied the file essentially. And now if I want to duplicate this and start adding in different data, I can go to actions over here and press reuse dashboard. So when I press this, it's going to ask me to use some different data. So right now I'm going to select a different CSV that is the same structure, but it's actually for the UK office instead of this particular office. So now it is recreating the exact same dashboard, just with new data that I have just selected from a
Yeah.
new file.
Awesome. One of the other use case that I see here is like what Nathan was showing earlier, the branding and stuff, color changes, all the thing you need to just do once and you would be able to reuse that, right, Nathan? It should cover my styles and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So like you can copy the file like I did before, you can press reuse, and every time you do these things, the dashboard itself, the structure, the colors and everything, like it's not going to change. It's going to be exactly what it was before.
Yep. Awesome. Now there is one question. Does it have slicers too? And that would give us the chance to talk about the new thing, filters. Nathan, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, for sure. So here's our new data. The other data was for America. This is for the UK. So we've got like Newcastle, for example. So it's new dashboard, new data, same structure, same look. In this particular one, let's say I want to add some slicers to really drill down into the data. So I'm going to click this button down here to add filters to my dashboard, and just clicking on it, what the that does is it lets the AI just look at your data and figure out, okay, what specific filters would be good to add here. And now you see at the top, it has produced a few slicers that you can choose to filter your data. So let's say I want to filter only the product. So I don't want sugar and don't want peanut butter. So let's go with these other cookies. And you can see over here, like as soon as I click it, everything changes to reflect the filtering. So let's add peanut butter back, and then it updates. So that's how like you add these filters to automatically like filter your entire dashboard to specific data that you want.
Awesome. This is great. So what we'll do, we'll take on a few questions, but before that, I'll just start a poll for all you guys so that we this is very important for us. This is the feedback that we take very seriously, and then this affects the roadmap uh, for us. So please go through these questions and help us improve Bricks for you all. So Nathan, meanwhile, there's a question that says, Clinton here from South Africa. Hi, Clinton. The question is, what type of integration does this product support if a business is currently using a SaaS software? So I think this we would discuss in the product roadmap, so we could skip.
Yeah, this sounds like a connectors question.
Yeah, so I'll skip it for now. Can you recover deleted projects, Nathan?
Can you recover deleted projects? I don't believe we've got like a trash bin or anything. Like if you go back out and let's say I deleted one of these, like if you press delete here, like it's gone, isn't it, Manpreet?
Yeah, no, definitely. So basically, if you please be very cautious whenever you are dealing with your data and that you have created over there. So once you delete it, we don't even have access to your data, so it's would be pretty hard to like get it back. It's all encrypted and stored in a way that I couldn't see it, so I wouldn't be able to recover it for you. But yeah, means I think Nathan covered it. So if you deleted it, it's deleted, but you usually see the undo button if you have deleted something in the session. So I have at times come back to a project and my prompts are missing. I would like the ability to come back and copy a prompt that has been proven. Where are my prompts? This we could take, Nathan, right?
Yeah, that's a good question. So your prompts, like the chat history, it doesn't stick around forever. That's sort of just how modern AI works. Like if you have too much chat history, like it just can't handle it. It's too much text. But we actually do save your prompts. You can star your prompts if you want here, but your history is actually over here in the three dots menu. You can click on history and you'll see the prompts that you've done in the past over in a nice list over here. The default is all your prompts in the history here, but you can select some. Like, let me just star that, and then it'll be in your favorites here. And then you can
And
just copy and paste it over here.
And one of the difference would be that favorites would be available across files, and the AI prompt history is just for the same file. While talking about that, now Matthew has another question: that does this work if there is data on multiple worksheet in an Excel spreadsheet, or does it only work from one table? Nathan, do you want to take it?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you definitely can use data from multiple spreadsheets. So let me just show that. Going to import to the current file. So let's say I start with my January to March data, and I also want to have my April data that I used earlier. Oh, I didn't select same file. Let me go back to here, current file. Because they got to be in the same file. Like you can't work across multiple files. Everything now needs to be in the same file. You just have different sheets in the same file. So now I've got January, March, and I've got my April data. So you can start the AI dashboard generation by typing here, generate dashboard from table one and table two. So you just ask it and tell it like which specific tables you want to have in it, and it'll do that. So I can press enter and it will take into account both tables. We actually also have a button now called multi-sheet dashboard where you can click this and create a dashboard for multiple sheets. You just select which sheets you want. I want the January, March data, and I want the April 2024 data, and then press generate dashboard to create it from all the data in both of these sheets. So a couple ways to do it. Specifying tables is helpful if you have a lot of tables and like you really need it to focus on only certain ones. But if you only have like one table per sheet, it'll figure it out just fine.
Yeah. Uh, cool. I think we have so many questions coming, but quickly I want to discuss about few of the other things. Nathan, can I share my screen to cover those things?
For sure.
Yeah. Let me now take over the screen. And Nathan, meanwhile, we could go through the questions if there are. I know there are.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, there's lots of questions here. Okay. Um, Can we save the dashboard on monthly basis and replicate the same with new data and also have the option to look into previous dashboards? Yeah. The dashboards like they're just saved like files within your main home view. So they'll all be there. You can just like copy them, like duplicate them, press the reuse dashboard button like I showed, anytime you want, like to update with monthly data, to change it to different data.
Yeah, means I think this is exactly the use case because of which we made the reuse dashboard thing. People has a use case to do that weekly reporting, daily reporting, or monthly reporting, and you just need to do it once, have it ready, and internally we are using it a lot. So we have now a lot of templates internally created in Bricks, which we use for the presentation, internal presentations. Okay, so now let me go through product roadmap. I know many of the questions were asking for a few of the things. Data connectors was the thing which people were asking about, and we do have it in roadmap. We know people need it. Basically, how you could help is you could let us know what exact data connector you are looking for, and we will try to prioritize that. But first one which we have, because people have been demanding for it, and internally we figured that Google Sheets is the first connector that we are trying to connect along with the relational databases like Postgres and MySQL. So basically, if you have the certain requirement for particular data connectors, please write to us, and we would see as people are writing to us. We are driven by consumers a lot. So if you are a user of Bricks and you want certain thing, let us know. Another thing which we are working on internally is the branding. I have already seen one of the demo. I know Nathan showed that you could change the colors, you could put the images, stuff like that. It's already there, but we are in 2025. I keep on saying that stuff because I so love that how AI is taking over and how it is making things super easy. I saw a demo internally where a team showed that you could just take a screenshot of any of your website or anything where you have the branding colors, put it into Bricks, and we would redo your dashboard in those same colors. So it would be coming out soon. So that's in the product roadmap. And the other thing which people have been asking was for API support. They want to create dashboard through APIs. They want to embed those dashboards into their software. So if you have this particular requirement, let us know. We are currently in the product requirement phase where we are trying to figure out how exactly and what exactly people need onto this one. And but this is other thing which we will be building soon. So yeah. Okay, so I think we have 3 more minutes. Nathan, we could take few questions. I know there are a few questions out there.
Yeah, so I'm going to answer couple quickly from the chat and then get to the QA.
Yeah.
Actually, there's multiple questions about the privacy policy. So our data privacy policy, like you can find our privacy policy on our website, thebricks.com. Like the actual dashboard part is app.thebricks, but our regular website is just thebricks.com. So you can find the privacy policy there. In general, people are usually worried about AI training specifically. So our policy is like we don't use your data for AI training at all. And like we don't share that data with people to use for AI training. So you don't need to worry about like that kind of privacy whatsoever. Um, do you have an affiliate marketing program? You might know about that, Manpreet. Can you answer that one?
Yeah, so we don't have that, but again, we have been like connecting to few of the people who has been doing that for us. So if you think you could make us help us there, please reach out to us. You could reach out to help section again for that, and we would be for that. I could just show the help section here. This is the way. So means this help button and start a conversation, and for anything, for product requirement, for marketing, for means like if you have an issue with the product, reach out to us, and there are real humans who are trying to tackle these queries. So we are getting out of time, so thanks a lot all of you for joining this webinar. And as we have promised in the news that there's a special offer going on for the people who has joined the webinar. So you could all get 50% off on our pro plan. For that, you would receive a follow-up email to get more details out for that. And again, you could reach out to us using Help in Bricks support or join our Discord channel. There are real people answering real questions. So we use AI to create dashboards, not to talk to you. So I think, yeah, that's it. See you guys.
All right. I hope everybody learned something and we'll see you around.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.